tell me a little bit about you and your music, and how you got started, and where you're at today.
Okay. Well, I started with my brother in the basement of our house around about the age of 17, and my brother was 15, and we were actually underage and weren't really even allowed to play at most of the places that we wanted to play. And we managed to get our first show in Edmonton, Alberta, where we were living at the time, and it was the first time we actually performed as Psyche. And we had a third member at the time, Dwayne Gettle from Skinny Puppy, well, later of Skinny Puppy. Yep. And so that's sort of another weird sort of little part of our history. And when we first started, we had already, I think we had songs like Brain Collapses and The Crawler. Was kind of our debut. And we did a pretty weird show inspired by Fad Gadget and some of our favorite British artists and stuff, like performing behind a screen, and everyone hated us for that, and we were the only electronic band in Edmonton, Alberta at the time. I don't think there was anyone for the next 2 or 3 years that even used synthesizers as their, that was kind of not heard of in our cow town. It was more rock and roll, so that was a really, really hard beginning for us. And we were basically sort of more horror oriented. And when Skinny Puppy came out on Network Records, we felt a little bit like we were in competition for who's the more better-known horror band, and they kind of won. So we moved on and became a little bit more sort of like Euro electro, more sort of New Order inspired and a bit poppier, and so that's kind of like how Psyche ended up sounding kind of different from not like 10 years of sort of more industrial and gothic. We've kind of covered a pretty wide range of electro pop, I guess, in the last 25 years. And today, well, I haven't really made a new release since 2005, a complete album, which was The 11th Hour, which I kind of was jokingly saying that would be the last album, because I thought, how can you follow up The 11th Hour if it's supposed to be like your swan song or whatever? And I was kind of planning it like that, but then I made a compilation with remakes and remixes of our song Unveiling the Secret, which was one of our most popular in Europe, in 2006, and then we decided to do this Joy Division cover version, Disorder. I don't know, I can't even explain why I came up with that idea. It was just sort of like the film Control from Anton Corbijn was coming out, and I thought Joy Division, I wanted to show people that we weren't like, we didn't grow up on Depeche Mode, that we were more sort of like on the darker side of things and more the cold wave kind of thing. So we decided to do this tribute to Joy Division, as well as it being our 25th anniversary pretty much. And I released on a 7-inch single so I could be anachronistic to the times, for digital and everything. I thought, okay, we'll make a 7-inch single. It's the hip thing to do. And so that's pretty much like up to date with where we are now. And that was the first time I actually had a guitar added to. I was a purist and didn't believe that we should have any other instruments besides synths. So that was kind of a one-off for me. I'm not really sure if that will be continued. And I am now seriously, finally, after 5 years of just doing shows internationally, I'm starting to work on a new album. So that's where I am now.
Good. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I'm kind of. It's tough. I don't know why. I was totally prolific before, and maybe you do get slower with age, or I don't know. I can't really explain why. Since the 11th Hour, it was pretty much one of the darkest records I've made, really, and it was just like, I don't know. I just thought, like, can you continue this kind of music, and what kind of a statement can I continue to make with Psyche? So it's like. It's taken me a lot longer to come up with something, and I'm also kind of really torn between writing my own material or doing a lot of covers at the moment. Right. When I say covers, I actually prefer interpretations of songs that I think are important, and maybe I like the lyrics better than something I've written. So I've started to look at some weird archaic gospels, and I mentioned on my Facebook page recently that I was totally blown away by this track called "Oh Death" that was used for the Supernatural series, and then I was disappointed to find out how many people had already done it, including Diamanda Gallis, and I was thinking, okay, I'd like to do it, but I have to find a way to make it completely Psyche and completely my own, otherwise we'll see if I come up, like if I'm going to do this, because I had plans to do all these gospel songs, like really as a dark, moody synth piece, and so not like Moby or whatever.
Right.
So I'm trying that right now. Actually, just as you called me, I was setting up to try the "Oh Death" song. So we'll see if I get it done tonight, and if I like it.
Yeah, I saw that you talked about doing a Johnny Cash cover this morning too.
Well, it's because this song I also know, I have this obsession with gospels. I actually am really pissed off that Moby managed to have a few hits with taking all these old records. And at one point, I don't know, maybe about a year or so ago, there was all these compilations, and they're even on iTunes. I mean, they don't even care if the recording's really bad. Like from the whole history of American gospels from the early 1900s till now. And there's a lot of I'm not really into the religious aspect of it, but I just love the whole mythology that goes with, the lyrics and what they're saying and stuff. I mean, not like all the ones about Jesus, but more about the ones that are dealing with spirituality and life and death, actually. And this "Ain't No Grave is Gonna Hold My Body Down" is also been around for quite a while, and I also found out Diamanda Gallis did a version of that one too, so she knows her gospels.
Oh, wow.
But the Johnny Cash version is quite lovely, and I found it really inspiring. So if I can come up with a more electronic version, this would be. I don't know, what I'm trying to do is like something really epic, because I think after 5 years of not having a release, I'm kind of looking at a double album and something like with just a whole new album of material, and then maybe like an appendage with all these weird gospel ideas that I've got. So we'll see if I can get it happening. I don't know. I'm obsessed with always doing something that nobody else is bothering with.
Right. Well, and anymore you have to have, you can have your straight album, but then you got to have something to get people to want to buy it.